so much for this wonderful welcome to your community this morning. I am really honored and humbled by this great hospitality that you are showing to me and to the other leadership from Metropolitan State. I particularly want to thank Dr. Tao for his kindness and his work, I know, to get this gathering organized, as well as to our hosts and all of the leadership of the community that have brought this together. And of course, special thank you to Dr. Neil Tao, who has built an amazing social work program at Metropolitan State University. I get to greet the new entrants to the program every fall, and to also say some words to our graduates. And our social work program is renowned for the fact that it is such a diverse program, and we have graduates who come from so many different cultures so that we can have social workers in the community who reflect the community. I have to say that Mr. Heng and my father have something in common. One time that I can remember my mother being really angry at my father was when he bought a set of encyclopedias from a salesperson who came to the door. He paid for it over months. I'm the youngest of 6 children, and my father was disabled when I was very little. And for my mother, she was like, why an encyclopedia when we are struggling to feed our children? But every night when I was little, before I could read, my father would pull one volume of that encyclopedia and open it and read to me. And when I got old enough to read, then it was my job to find an article from the encyclopedia and read to him. So it's very important and a wonderful connection. I want to thank, I know that our representatives are both very busy, so I was grateful they were here. I will have to send them a note to thank them for that because I realize they have to leave, but we are so appreciative of the support that both Representative Murphy and Representative PAOLEE show to higher education in general, and Representative Murphy has been a wonderful friend to Metropolitan State University. So you already know who I am, so I don't have to spend a lot of time introducing myself. But I do just want to say how much I have enjoyed being at Metropolitan State. And one of the things that I most love about Metropolitan State is the fact that we have so many different cultural backgrounds coming together, and to both make that true American experience of drawing on and learning from people who come from different backgrounds, but also the fact that we can recognize the distinctiveness of our culture in so many ways. I've already, Dr. Tao already introduced all of my colleagues in leadership. Dr. Carol Gorman-Young, who is my partner now as provost, and Mr. Craig Morris, our Chief Diversity Officer, and my Special Assistant, our Government Relations person, Mr. Tom Cook. I also want to recognize a couple of other really important people from Metro State who are in the office, in the audience today. Arguably, a couple of the most important people at Metropolitan State. I don't know if we could operate without them. And one is Pa Her, who is sitting here at the front table. She has her husband share with her today. Pa supports our Chief Financial Officer and does backup and also helps me out. She is invaluable to us, honestly. I don't know how we would get things done without her work. And now I have to take a second to remind Pa that Neil said that I am now an honorary Hmong grandmother. So I want to see a few more of those children in the office. She has a beautiful, beautiful family. And sitting, he snuck in a little late, which is kind of typical, right? Vlang. He's a Vlang Bay. And Vlang works in the provost's office. And so when I was provost, I'd gotten to know him. Before he came to the provost's office, let's see, were you working with the social work program? Which department? Yeah. So it was always just been my pleasure to know Vlang. He just always brightens up our days, and he does outstanding work. And Vlang is also a graduate of the Metro State Social Work Program, so we are proud of him, as we are proud of our other alumni who are here today, and the many alums who aren't here today, because we just know that they are doing such outstanding work in the community. I am really pleased by the themes of today's gathering. First, an opportunity for us to get better acquainted as neighbors, as friends, and as colleagues in important work. And secondly, the opportunity to begin to have further conversations about our collaboration as partners, to opening those doors to learning and education that everyone who has spoken today has emphasized that importance, and really the opportunity to work together to improve the lives of the community and to help everyone have that chance to achieve prosperity and security and to be able to raise their children in a happy and prosperous home. I'm really pleased that we are going to have a follow-up opportunity next month in March because the Hmong community will be on our campus. They have a conference scheduled, but we have some time to sit down and further our conversations. I know that Dr. Aureliano De Soto and Dr. Nantuan Lewis, who had some of the initial conversations and who are members of our ethnic studies program, really wanted to be here today but had some other prior commitments, but they're very much looking forward to that opportunity for us to come together and have more conversation. One of the things I think I'd like to do, knowing that we're going to have those further conversations, is just to highlight some examples of our already deep and broad connections to each other, and talking about some of our academic programs in contemporary cultural studies. It's not surprising, maybe, I don't know, maybe it should be, that Metropolitan State is one of just a handful of Minnesota state system colleges and universities that has a department for ethnic studies. I think St. Cloud may be the only other university. So it's really fitting that we're here and that we have an opportunity to develop our partnership around these issues as well. That is maybe something that everyone should be thinking about, because it seems to me that while ethnic studies programs have been declining not just in the state of Minnesota, but actually throughout the nation, this is a time in the history of the country of the United States, the history of the United States, when it's probably more important than ever for all of us to have this opportunity to understand each other's cultural backgrounds better.